everybody. You've reached Rock and Roll Radio, NMS Youthology Hour. Today we have Paul Munson as the co-host, me, Lena Shockley. Justin Bruxky is on his way from Artist Reach. And we're talking with Jules right now from Florida about her new magazine. She's calling in from Florida. Jules, are you on the line?
Hello? Hold on, go ahead, say hello to her again.
Hello, Jules?
Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
Well, how about you?
I'm doing wonderful. I hear you have a wonderful magazine right now that you just started. Can you tell us about that?
I sure can. It's called Absolute Artist, and it's artists from all over the world. It's models, it's actresses, it's anybody in the entertainment industry, and it's all over the world. It's, Middle Eastern, it's UK.
Nice.
So there's going to be a lot of interesting things to read in there. It's all going to be mixed up. It's not just from one country. It's going to be different songwriters, dancers,
Nice.
singers, and so you get to read about them. You get to read about what's going on in other countries as well as yours. Also, there's going to be different events going on, letting everybody know what they can get into. If they're, looking to get into something like themselves. Also, I was just told today that there's going to be possibly a book club coming out.
Nice.
And it's like a magazine, kind of like what Texture is.
Okay.
And for more diverse magazine, and I know that Absolute Artist is going to be in it.
Nice. Yes. I appreciate that. Everybody's looking out for me. I feel a warm reception. I'm really blessed to have you in my life.
Well, that's what it's all about, supporting each other, getting things out there. That's definitely what it should be. Now, you can find our magazine right now just on Twitter. We should have the website coming up within, I would say,
Okay.
a couple days. Next couple days, Facebook will go up, and it, just look for Absolute
Nice.
Artist and just for the magazine, and you can take a sneak peek out of it. Casey Johnson is on the cover this month,
Okay.
and I don't know if you're familiar with him or not.
Please educate us on him. You were telling me some wonderful things about him.
Yeah, he's an amazing person. He really is. He has gone from, and this is really for all the artists out there that really are struggling, and they get to the point that they're just so frustrated. They don't think that they can do it anymore. He is the most inspiring story I think I've ever heard in my life.
Nice.
He went from being homeless to working with Snoop Dogg and Randy Jackson.
Wow.
And he just got so much going on, and I was blessed that, he agreed to do my cover. I've known him for a while, and like I said, he's a big guy, and, like I said, he's a rapper, but you get around him, he's just the most humble person, and just to the core is just probably one of the most respectful people you ever want to meet in life. And it just amazes me. I find his whole story to be extremely inspiring.
And that's amazing, because when you showed me the cover, like we always say, never judge a book by the cover, but he looks like a real, hotshot, hip-hop hotshot. You would never know that he had been to hell and back and is a humble person by the kind of the cockiness, the look on the face, and he looks very confident. You know what I mean?
I mean, he should be. His talent is amazing.
That's nice. Well, he's definitely a very handsome young fellow. Is he interested in any acting at all in movies or anything like that?
I think he is, and actually, he has been talked to about a couple of movies, but the issue is that he, right now, because of his touring schedule, he's just so busy. That's why I said I was thankful that, he did our cover, with the schedule being the way that it is. He's definitely the most supportive person to his friends as well.
Nice.
I know that he said in the future that is something he's going to look into, but right now, because of his touring schedule, it's not allowing him to do that or even entertain it.
That's wonderful. Is he going to be coming to the New York area to put
I
on a
don't know,
performance?
and I'm kind of talking to him about doing your show
Oh, that would be great.
when he does.
Yeah, okay.
Because like I said, you've got to meet him. He just would blow your mind.
Nice, nice. That's nice. And what is the most inspiring thing that is causing you to create this magazine for artists worldwide?
Well, I see that, there's just so many cultures and so much different types of music and different types of dances and different types of genders, and the roles have changed. It's not, and I think that what this does is it really opens people's eyes to how the music industry is changing, and it's not just this small little square anymore like it used to be. I don't want to age myself, 15 years ago. I mean,
Right.
where if you were discovered or you were put out on the internet, you became popular fast because there just wasn't this oversaturated market.
Right. You're
And
right
so
about
what
that.
this does is, maybe for the person that, you wouldn't normally think about artist-wise, you might look through this magazine and say, wow, I never knew that, or wow, that's very interesting, and maybe be something that you really enjoy and never knew that you did.
Absolutely. What do you think about that, Paul?
So Jules, well, you're gonna have cover all genres of music on that, from rock and roll, rap, and whatever?
Yes, classical, country. Now, as far as the cover, it's not something that they can pay to do, can't pay to be on the cover.
Okay.
It's a board of members that actually pick the people that are going to be on the cover,
Right.
and we have certain requirements. And so we're always looking, on the internet. That's why I tell people all the time, brand yourself, brand yourself. That's very important.
Right.
Let's get to know who you are as an artist, because just like these record labels, when they're out there looking at you, just like the public, they want to understand who you are,
Right.
what you're about, what you stand for, and what you believe in, so that they can connect with you. And that's kind of what the magazine is doing, is, getting them to the point that they're able to connect with these artists and
Nice.
put them in a different light than, just the internet.
That's good. What do you think? You think this is needed, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely needed. Especially in this day and age, the market's oversaturated, and there are so many artists out here. You could meet 10 artists in one day, and they can be on your show on a stage that you've booked them for, and you'll never see them again in your life. I've met
Right. And here's the other
thousands.
thing too, is these artists are so used to just being themselves that they don't understand that new person coming in to see them or view them don't know all the things that they know about themselves. So the magazine kind of takes them a few steps back and says, hey, you have an audience. Let the audience get to know who you are. This is your stage. Now you're going to perform, and you're going to, teach your viewers what you're about and what you, like I said, what you stand for, what you believe in, your story, what you're about.
Right.
And so this way, your viewers, your fans, they're able to connect with you. And I think that's what a lot of the problem is with the and dancers and models, that because it's oversaturated, that a lot of these people are trying to do this on their own, and while they may be great artists,
Right.
they don't know how to connect.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you see a lot of that on, like The Voice and American Idol, how many times the judges have said, you sound great, but you're not connecting with the audience.
Right. Right. And there's a lot of artists out here that don't want to accept constructive criticism. Paul and I find that all the time. They think they're like a big cheese because there's some so-called big cheese saying something great about them, which is not even true. But it could be for some other hidden agenda. And because they hear one great comment, their head blows up, and then they never can make it to the mainstream, and they can't understand why. And they think
Right.
it's haters, and it's not haters, it's they're not following the proper protocol to get to the main stage.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jules, are you the actual publisher of this magazine?
Publisher, no, but editor, yes.
Okay.
Nice.
And like I said, if you haven't, I know Lena got to see the cover. I actually was able to put it on Twitter today.
Nice.
And so she was able to take a look at it, and, you know, the cover is done. The stories are starting to come in, his bio is done, you know. People are going to have to wait for the magazine to actually come out and get all of that information. But you'll be able to see on the cover what we're talking about, you know, what the magazine's about. You get a sense of, from the cover, you know, the, all about, I guess, around about gender and, you know, artists and things like that, what we're about.
Right, right. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. And who is the artist in the magazine now that is really inspiring you?
I would have to say KZ.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, I've known him for a little bit now, and just his, I don't want to tell the story about him, but I will definitely tell you, you definitely have to get this magazine. This man's story will inspire you. It will blow your mind. And, you know, for these artists, like I said, that are struggling, that are going through things, whether it be financial, emotional, you know, family issues, you've got to read this man's story. And if you ever sit there and think, I don't think I can do this, go read that story again. You can say, he did it, I can do it too.
Right, right.
It's the people that have the hard knocks always write the best songs. They know the real meaning of life.
I agree. I really do. I really do. And for example, we have Lori, you know, Taylor, and she's going to be performing at our Valentine's Polycystic Kidney Disease Find a Cure event, Valentine's Day. And this woman came on our stage, and I was so amazed because she was so humble, and she knew that she had a gift. And she was truly talented, but she still was humble. There was not an ounce of arrogance or ignorance, and she, you know, she just exudes confidence. And that's the kind of artist that I think we need to really foster and culture in this society. We need to bring that type of artist to the stage. That artist existed during the Pat Benatar years and the you know, Stevie Nicks years, and those artists, those are long-lasting artists. You notice all those women are in the Hall of Fame. So that's the kind of artist that people should try to, not copy, but just try to foster, you know, and push yourself into the right area that you belong as an artist, instead of everyone trying to be like one person, you know?
Right. And to make a point on that too, Lena, when I asked him, I said, well, how was it like working with Snoop Dogg? We all know Snoop Dogg, and we see what we perceive him to be.
Right.
And I said, was he hard to work with? Was he, you know, he said, I've never worked with somebody so professional in my life.
Yeah.
And he said he was very attentive, you know, to me as an artist. He told him, you know, he told him things that, you know, you should think, be able to, common sense wise, be able to think on your own. And he said it in such a respectful and matter-of-fact way. Nice. That, you know, he said you didn't take it as criticism. You took it as, you know, that, wow, this man really, really cares about the artists that he works with. He cares about people, you know, and you just wouldn't expect that.
You know, you're right about that. And like there was a group called the Cash Addicts, and they were in the West Coast, and they had told me that when they were, you know, struggling artists back in the day, Snoop Dogg got a referral to them. He came to their hood and their house, and he purchased some music from them. You know, he purchased some beats from them, and he gave them words of encouragement, and that set them straight. You know, because they were on a different path. But when they saw that somebody from that level could come down to their level and meet them eye to eye with respect, it changed their lives. You know, so shout outs to Snoop. That's all I gotta say. You know.
You hear so much bad stuff about these celebrities, and you don't hear so, you know, people, these celebrities really wanting to mentor these people. You know, and they were all in the same place. And it seems like, you know, most people, when they get to a certain point, that, you know, it's like any other industry. I think the power or the, you know, the difference or the quality of life changes who you are, you know, and it's not irresponsible to admit that and to say it does change people. But, you know, when you do have people that still take that time out and remember where they came from and they make a point, you know,
Yes.
to humanize themselves again, I think that we people, you know, in the music industry need to, you know, give a shout out to them.
Yeah, it's worth a shout out, and like I said, there's a lot of artists, big artists I paid for in the past to book and fill up nightclubs, and some of them, you know, they were so full of themselves that, you know, I never hired them again because I just, yeah, they brought me money, but at the end of the day, they were such nasty people. I just, my stomach turned, you know, from the arrogance, and I hate arrogant people. Excuse my French. So I just, you know, I don't want to pay anybody thousands of dollars, and then they don't even want to take pictures with the artists that are admiring them, that have come to the show, that have paid for their CDs and stuff, you know. So I just,
Right.
I really try to, you know, check out artists now, and it's not just all about making money. It's about, you know, is this a quality person? Is this a person that's gonna have a back of somebody if he's, you know, laid out in the street or something, you know, not just somebody who feels they're above everybody, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and like I said before, I think that the industry is changing too, and I always say, if you can't change with the industry, get out, because it's going to eat you alive.
I agree.
You know, back in the day, being that hardcore, like gangster kind of vibe
Yeah.
that they put off was acceptable.
Sure.
Now people, because it is so, you know, fluctuated, and so many people out there that do have such great talent that nobody wants to put up with, you know, the people that are hard to deal with, hard to work with, you know, because it makes everybody else's job harder, you know what I mean? And so if you can't go in acting professional, you can't go in, you know, acting like it means something to you, people just don't want to work with you, and you can't blame them.
No, you're right. You're right. Anything on that, Paul? Yeah, well, I mean, I do understand it. I understand it 110%. Attitude's everything, and when people are, you know, exuding arrogance and ignorance, that really is what discredits them in I think all communities of careers, you know, and people will gossip behind the back. Oh, did you hear what that person said? Did you see the way that person, did you see the body language? Did you see the lie out the mouth? People check all that out, and then they decide to make a decision on whether or not they want to work with that person again, you know? So it's like, I always say, it's all about the action. It's not about, you know, what's coming out the mouth. If the person is genuine, you'll see it in the actions. If they're not genuine, you know, there's going to be no backbone. They're going to be a fence sitter. They're going to be sitting up there, you know, because they want to be liked. They're looking for to be popular. They're not looking to make a real move, you know.
Right.
So.
Well, Lena, I hate to cut you short, but my phone is dying.
Oh, okay.
Modern day problem.
Yeah. All right, and we just want to say thank you.
Have a good night, and tell Justin that I said happy birthday, and sorry I missed him.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Right, bye-bye.
take care. She's a good lady, right?
It's only a good magazine.
Yeah, I saw it.
Is that gonna be a free magazine, or is that gonna be a subscription? Or
You know, I didn't ask her, but I mean, I guess they're gonna make their money through the sponsors, or, you know, the people, the board of directors, you know, something like that, you know. I'll definitely be going down there. I'm introducing her to people at a mall down there. I'm gonna be doing some fashion shows and concerts, and, you know, those are the things I was telling you I'd like to bring you guys down there for. So, you know, shout outs to you, Jules. And we're gonna take a quick little break. Don't go anywhere. Rockland World Radio, NMS Youthology Hour. Thank you.